What is going on, comic fans? Welcome back to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and we are back again with another top 10. This time, we're going to be looking at the books releasing the week of June 5th, 2024. This is a really great week. There's a huge variety of books that have made it to my top 10 list. If you want to see what they are, don't go anywhere. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up while the intro plays. Huge shout out to the homies over at Big Time Collectables. Be sure to check them out for some awesome variant exclusives, mystery box, all those cool fun things. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, my friend Justin has got you covered. Quick turnaround times, fantastic service, and amazing prices. Links are in the description, as well as the link to ABX Comics and Games, my local comic shop where I pick up all the books you'll see on the list here today and on my books in general. Be sure to check out their Facebook group if you're looking for a place to keep up with and talk comics or tabletop gaming. Fantastic shop. Fantastic shop. The Communities comic shop. So let's get into it. This is a great week. It's not DC heavy for me for once. It's not very often, but it seems like as some of these alternative universes keep going, my pool list is getting more balanced, I would say. But we are kicking it off with a very important DC book this week, and that's none other than Batman issue number 148. This is the finale to Chip Zdarsky's current, what is it, like Dark Prisoners is the name of the little story arc we're doing here. Batman and Failsafe, round 3, I guess. Here we go. Batman is kind of regrouped, recuperated. He's got his team on his side. He also has this suit, which is awesome. You know, he's got an armored up suit to go face Failsafe. Now, cat's out of the bag. You know, we know that Failsafe isn't going to lose this fight. We know that Failsafe is a key player in absolute power that we're building up to across the DCU right now. The big summer event, it's going to be fantastic. So I'm more interested to see how Batman, I don't know, gets out of this alive. If he does, he's died a few times at this point, and Failsafe has had him in a bunch of different corners. So I'm excited to see how this plays out, and really just to see how Failsafe gets elevated, because that's really all that can happen in this Batman versus Batman issue. But I'm excited for it all the same. Next up, a Marvel book that I'm excited for. The other Ultimate title that I've been waiting to come out is this one right here. I remember originally through the original Ultimate stuff, the Avengers book was so much fun. Brian Hitch's art on it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. So getting to see what they do when they try it over again, we'll see how it goes. But the Ultimates issue number 1 is dropping. They kind of built up to this in a one-shot book that came out a few weeks back. But you have Iron Lad, Captain America, Sif, Thor, Doctor Doom, and Ant-Man are your Avengers team in this current Ultimate universe. Their goal is to try to wake up other heroes that are unaware that the Maker has altered, created, and messed up this world that they're living in, and go try to stop those plans and right all those wrongs. That's pretty much all kicked off in the most recent Secret Invasion story. I think that was what it was called, Ultimate Secret Invasion. They kicked off the current Ultimate universe. But just like how Tony Stark left the orb with the suit for Peter Parker, other heroes have been leaving clues to other dormant superheroes out there. So it'll be fun watching them, instead of recruiting heroes, activating heroes. I think that's a very interesting way to go about it. It has a lot of potential to be good, so I'm going to check it out. I'm reading Ultimate Spider-Man still, dropped Ultimate Black Panther, and Ultimate X-Men was absolute trash. But this should be pretty decent. I like teams, you know, I like team books. I'm still waiting on the Justice League to return. So in the meantime, we'll hope this one's good. There's also a Brian Hitch B cover. So shout out to them for getting the OG on there to do that. Next up, issue number 12, Mark Waid. Well, it's not Mark Waid anymore, unfortunately. Current writers, Shazam. This book's a little too tongue-in-cheek for me, to be honest with you. Beautiful Dan Mora cover. He's not doing the interiors. The whole premise right now is the foster parents want to adopt the kids. Billy's mom, of all people, shows up at the last page of the last issue, which kind of throws a wrench in the adoption plans, as she will not relinquish parental rights of Billy. So we'll dive into that, see what's going on with Billy's mom. Also find out why it is that Captain Marvel here has been transforming without Billy knowing it and keeping secrets from Billy. My guess, it's to protect Billy from this bad actor of a mom that he has coming around, if it's even really his mom, if it's not some kind of magical demon or something. But we'll find out in the pages of issue number 12 of Shazam. Here we go. Those alternate universes I was talking about, it doesn't stop at the Ultimate universe. It's moving right on in to the Energon universe. We are technically in phase phase 4 of the Energon universe. We have the start with Void Rivals, then the introduction of Transformers and the introduction of the G.I. Joes, and now we're in phase 2 of the G.I. Joe books. Duke and Cobra Commander have already wrapped up. They're doing all these in 5-issue miniseries. Next up is none other than Scarlet, written by Kelly Thompson. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. what I'm really excited about this is Scarlet is on a Black Ops mission to go infiltrate a ninja clan, the same clan that her ex-partner Jinx was trained up in and now operates as an assassin for. Sounds fun, right? A bunch of femme fatales. Apparently, this ninja clan has access to some weaponry that the G.I. Joe cannot allow them to keep. So we'll see how this plays out. The artwork isn't, in my opinion, as enjoyable as what was in like Duke or Cobra Commander. It's a little anime-ish, anime-y-ish. Yeah, anime-y-ish. But I don't know, it doesn't really affect how good the writing is or isn't. I'm excited to see, and I'm excited to continue the expansion of the Energon universe. I've been saying this right behind Ghost Machine. The Energon universe is easily the most interesting, exciting thing happening in comics right now. These alternate universes that we have going are just great. Next up, from Marvel Comics, we have none other than Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider Final Vengeance issue number 4. This is the current Ghost Rider run where Johnny Blaze has lost the spirit of vengeance. It went into the villainous character, the Hood, and he's just running around just slaughtering people in Chicago, just doing exactly what the spirit of vengeance would want him to do in ways that any normal human being would not find acceptable. Johnny Blaze, aka Blaze, is hot on his trail, and he's going to reclaim the spirit as he and the spirit cannot live separately forever. They are meant to be bonded, and he's going to work on getting that power back from this criminal. In the meantime, current Ghost Rider Hood is trying to reconnect with his family and his ex and try to right some wrongs with this newfound money that he found by killing and taking everything he can from all the crime lords and drug dealers of Chicago. So we'll see where it goes. I'm excited for it. Benjamin Percy's doing a great job. No Mark Texeira variant on this one. It looks like that was only for the first 3 issues. That's fine. That's fine. This beautiful cover right here featuring Johnny Blaze will do just fine. Next up, another one I'm huge excited for. Dynamite hit one out of the park with Space Ghost issue 1. So here we are at Space Ghost issue number 2. Jan, Jason, Blip have met the mysterious Space Ghost, and now he's taking them back to his mysterious headquarters where they'll try to uncover and learn about this mysterious character for the first time. In the meantime, he has some stuff to do, so he tells them to stay put, and it looks like they're going to take the car for a walkabout. The solicitation for this sounded a little slapsticky, but I'm all in on this. I'm 100% all in. I really love the character Space Ghost. Thanks to my pops, I grew up with all these Hanna-Barbera characters, and this Mattina cover is insane. Like, same for issue 1. Mattina is killing these covers. Like, look at it. Just look at it. Shout out to Beckerman Likes Comics, Mattina's #1 fan in the comic community. Next up on the list, we have none other than Neil for Zod, issue number, what is this, 6? Issue number 6. So this is one that I was excited before it dropped, skeptical after 2, ready to drop it, and then the last issue really found its footing. It's found its momentum. Zod is started out with his own planet, trying to set up his own city and have his own people and live his own lifestyle peacefully per his lifestyle. Didn't work out. Had a spat with his kid, sent his kid off planet, said, "You got to go. You're kicked out of home." Kid dropped some information to some terrible space pirates that came and attacked the city, causing the death of his wife. So now he's a madman with a mission out in the cosmos. He's already slaughtered tons of people. He has unlocked a prison colony, slaughtered some of them to establish dominance, and dubbed them his Legion of Zod. So now Zod is on just a death mission with an entire legion of criminals who he's now the head of. I'm excited to see where they go with this. The timing of this should play it out to really wrap up around the time that Absolute Power does. I'm hoping that this is really just building blocks, making foundation for stuff that they can lead into the regular Superman titles with. If they do that, by then you'll have one hell of a Zod story to be able to tell. And really, if Zod's operating just unchecked like this, he's probably one of the biggest threats in the universe, hands down, right? Right. Next up, Garth Ennis is back with Get Fury, issue number 2. Now, this is brought to us by Max Comics. Max Comics is Marvel's adult imprint. Much like DC has Black Label currently, Max Comics guarantees you that it's going to be hyper-violent, nudity, bad words, whatever. It's R-rated. Don't let your kids read this one unless you read it first and think that, yeah, this is perfect for my kids. I'm trying to scar them early on. In this book, we go back to Vietnam. In Vietnam, Nick Fury and his little group of his little platoon were kidnapped by the enemy. The American government knows this, and they know that Nick Fury cannot stay in the hands of the enemy. He holds too much valuable information. So how do we fix this? We get Punisher to get Fury. Get me Frank Castle. Castle, we've deemed that we are unable to get Nick Fury out. We have to just take him out from afar to protect that information, to protect everyone there. So Castle's on his way to intercept Nick Fury, hoping that he can get him out of there alive. If he can't, he's got his orders. The issue 1 was savage. This really was a savage book. Highly recommend if you're an adult. Next up, coming in at number 9, we have Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum, the finale to the video game prequel. This time we're focusing on King Shark and what he had going on during the prison break that ultimately ends with just the couple of people standing that end up being the playable characters in the video game. I didn't play the video game, probably never will, nothing against it, but there's a fun little Suicide Squad story. I'm excited to see what's going on with King Shark here during his time in there. And also, if you're a fan of the video game or video games in general, you like those kind of things, these books include digital codes in the back to get free stuff in the game. I think that's how that works. Check it out. And last on my list, we have another Godzilla Rivals dropping this week, this time featuring stories with Mothra and Hedorah. So this should be a fun one. Some fan favorite characters right there. Hedorah. Can you say that about Hedorah? I don't think you can, but Mothra, you definitely can. This one right here, I always pick these up. I always enjoy reading them. I always enjoy giving them to the kids. Typically, I give them to Finn. This one is going to Monkey, as Mothra is one of her favorite characters. She's a big fan of the Queen of the Monsters. So that's my top 10 list for this week. I appreciate everybody watching. Leave me some comments. Let me know what on this list is exciting for you. Which ones are you picking up, and what are you picking up that is not on my list? I love seeing how we all collect differently. Also, be sure to check out the stuff in the description and down below. Merch store's got some brand new items in there. Be sure to hit that join button, become a channel member. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.